Loku, and you cannot afford to not get lucky. Use your ABSA card to enter the draw. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
For in-depth news coverage across Zambia, local and national news, business, politics, and sports, this is the Sun FM News, brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
The news.
Hello and welcome to Sun FM News. The headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema has commissioned Chief Monze's Palace, built at a cost of 4.1 million kwacha, reinforcing his administration's dedication to inclusive development and emphasizing that all regions are being equally prioritized. The Ministry of Health, through its mobilized rapid response team, is conducting tests in response to a bacterial infection outbreak affecting pupils in Mwense district in order to guide a targeted treatment plan and assess the need for a potential vaccination campaign. International exhibitors participating in the 59th Zambia International Trade Fair have expressed concern over the presence of unregulated vendors operating directly outside their designated stands. In sports, Copper Queens head coach Nora Hapto has confirmed that her squad has recovered well from their 2-2 draw against host Morocco and is focused on tactical preparations ahead of Wednesday's clash with Senegal at the Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. Join me for the details shortly.
Sun FM.
With the details, my name is Kyla Brister. President Hakainde Hichilema has officially commissioned Chief Monze's Palace, a conference hall and 2 retainers' houses constructed at the cost of 4.1 million kwacha. The infrastructure was built by the Zambia Correctional Service using a combination of constituency development funds and support from the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. The President, represented by Minister of Defense Ambrose Lufuma at the 2025 Luindi Gonde ceremony, fulfilled a pledge made during the 2024 edition of the same event. Mr. Lufuma emphasized the cultural and agricultural significance of the Luindi Gonde ceremony, noting its role in guiding farming practices and preserving traditional values. He reaffirmed government's commitment to equitable development through CDF and other initiatives, highlighting that no region is being left behind. Mr. Lufuma also expressed satisfaction with the economic activity generated by the ceremony, where over 2,000 traders participated by offering goods and services.
Government values the growth opportunities presented by traditional ceremonies to small and medium enterprises. SMEs are usually contracted to undertake such works or provide services, whereas some SMEs take advantage of the ceremony to advertise and make their products and services available. These gains are further extended to the local economy as traditional ceremonies serve as income-generating platforms for our local traders who take advantage of such traditional ceremonies to maximize on their profit.
And Home Affairs and Internal Security Minister Jack Mwimbu, who also serves as Monze's Central MP, said the new palace and its facilities have restored dignity to Chief Monze.
The people of Monze are appreciating the cash transfer, enhanced cash transfer that was given to the people. Thank you, Mr. President. Cash for work, which made us survive. We are grateful. And we are grateful that this cash for work has been extended.
While Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Gift Sealowalo praised the impact of CDF across the country, stating that similar developments are being replicated nationwide. And Southern Province Minister Credo Nanjua added that 18 other chiefs' palaces are currently under construction in the province and will soon be handed over to traditional leaders. Furthermore, Chief Monze, through his representative Alphonsius Hamajira, thanked the president for delivering on his commitment within a year. He also commended the government for its swift response to the severe drought experienced during the 2023-2024 farming season, which he described as the worst in his 94 years. He acknowledged the role of relief programs such as Cash for Work, Enhanced Cash for Work, and the Social Cash Transfer in helping his people endure the crisis.
The hunger that followed this reform took away our pride of resilience and self-sufficiency. Our dignity was restored thanks to the multiplicity of government intervention programs, key among them Cash for Work, Enhanced Cash Transfer, and Social Cash Transfer. All these were done at the backbone of free education and CDF.
Meanwhile, Paramount Chief Mpweto of the Democratic Republic of Congo called for stronger cultural ties between Zambia and the DRC. He emphasized that the people of both nations share common roots and can deepen their relationship through cultural exchange. This is contained in a joint statement issued by Paul Shalala, Principal Public Relations Officer, Ministry of Defense, and Liseli Kanyanga, Principal Public Relations Officer, Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. The Ministry of Health has mobilized a rapid response following a bacterial infection outbreak affecting pupils in Mwense district. Dr. Kennedy Lishimpi, Permanent Secretary for Technical Services and Minister of Information and Media Director spokesperson Henry Kapata, are on the ground to oversee containment efforts and reassure the public. Medical teams have been deployed to the affected schools where they are actively managing cases and conducting laboratory tests to identify the specific bacterial strain. The results will inform a targeted treatment protocol and determine whether a vaccination campaign is warranted.
We are in Mwense district, where the Minister of Health is managing a situation involving several learners from Mwense boarding school who presented with symptoms of fever, chest pain, cough, abdominal discomfort, and diarrhea. Together with the Permanent Secretary for Technical Services, Dr. Kennedy Lishimpi, we have been on site at both Mwense General Hospital and Mwense District Hospital.
And appropriate samples were taken and taken to the laboratory. So this morning, we have been informed that they have seen in some of the samples bacterial infection.
We have engaged directly with the medical teams managing these cases to fully understand the nature of the outbreak and the steps being taken. Initial test results from the first critical cases show that the infection involves the brain's protective fluid. This is a bacterial condition, and medical teams are already administering treatment while awaiting for full lab confirmation on the strain and its antibiotic sensitivity.
We are transferred to Mansa General Hospital because they were very sick. And we did samples there, and out of the 3 were found to have a bacterial infection in the water that bats the brain. We call it cerebrospinal fluid. So the kind of infection they have is a bacterial infection. In the microscope, we are seeing what we call gram-positive diplococci. And we are now wanting to characterize to see what type of bacteria it is and to what antibiotic it is sensitive to. Here in the Mwense District Hospital, we have got a further 6 students. Before the trade fair holiday, the Mwense boarding school has about 690 students in boarding. So we have found about 169 still at the school. The rest have gone for holiday.
This response is coordinated, swift, and ongoing. Teams are preparing for the possibility of mass vaccination once the bacteria strain is confirmed. As government, we are here on the ground to ensure nothing is left to chance. The safety of the learners and the wider community remains the priority. What is happening is being managed and is being taken seriously at the highest levels. We will keep the public informed as further tests conclude and as interventions are rolled out.
International exhibitors participating in the 59th Zambia International Trade Fair have expressed concern over the presence of unregulated vendors operating directly outside their designated stands. Speaking to Sun FM TV News, a representative from Happy Core, one of the international exhibitors, lamented the lack of business activity at their stand. The representative attributed the low turnout to the presence of local vendors selling goods immediately outside their exhibition space, which they believe has diverted potential customers. Similarly, Mr. Khan, an exhibitor from Pakistan, called on the government to address the concerns of international participants by ensuring that exhibition stands are properly renovated and conducive to business. He noted that the current conditions have not supported the level of commercial engagement expected. This year's Zambia International Trade Fair, held under the theme Business Resilience through Innovation and Trade, attracted 1,000 local and 106 foreign exhibitors representing 23 countries.
At the expense of paying more to exhibit at the International Trade Fair, their business has been negatively affected due to the rampant local vendors outside their stands. This is at the international exhibitors' stands. Indeed, after a checkup, it has been discovered that local traders have occupied the outside spaces near their stand, and many of them are dealing in items they are exhibiting, making the international business exhibitors' business difficult. In an interview with Sun FM TV News, Ken and Happy have bemoaned lack of business at their international stands.
One thing like that, this is for the international hall, okay? They're outside, all people is sitting behind all of them there for the Sanaula people. Because international area don't give it to any for Sanaula people, you know. This is the international area. Because people is sitting outside, is selling very cheap for Sanaula clothes, Sanaula shoes like that is not better. Because we are coming for out of country, we are the international exhibitor, you know.
What are you doing for 5 days? Tell me what to do for 5 days. You know Rwanda how many days? 20 days. You know in Kenya how many days? 2 weeks. In Dakar, you know how many months? 1 month and a half. What I can do for 5 days? Tell me what to do for 5 days. I make it anything? No, my stuff is here. You know my stuff how many years?
They also expressed their anger, saying their stand should be renamed to Salaula, not international.
Right, not international exhibition. No, you're right, Salaula market. Everyone is not happy. Everyone from Tanzania, for Nigeria, for everyone. You go outside, you see people in the street. Never I go for every country. Never do it like this one. This sister here, sister. Okay, this one also from outside. You come in, is angry.
Meanwhile, local traders have equally complained of slow business this year at the 59th International Trade Fair.
Business, okay, tatindandore sana, iliko panona twist, but tairi sana good was way back akado fair labor.
I think they need even to put properly the, here you see You can see the ground is not okay. I think it's better they put concrete, and also I think they need to put our stand electricity, because it's a challenge during the night. Sometimes people come intruders.
Attributing it to the president's absence.
I think the president of the the point about the official opening a trade fair.
The main contribution is that the president never came to officiate. I think that's the challenge, because many people are not aware that there's trade fair this year. Yeah, and another point is that I think people have got not enough money to come and buy from us.
This year's 59th International Trade Fair is being held under the theme Enhancing Business Resilience Through Innovation and Trade. Reporting for Sun FM TV News, I'm Gertrude Mwansa in Ndola.
An environmental expert has welcomed the growing trend of investment in green energy, describing it as a significant step towards environmental protection and sustainable development. This follows a report by the Patents and Companies Registration Agency, PACRA, which revealed a more than 5% increase in new company registrations during the first half of 2025. A notable number of these newly registered businesses are investing in alternative energy solutions, particularly solar power. In an interview, Dr. Christopher Mulwanda emphasized the importance of balancing economic growth with environmental stewardship in energy sector. He acknowledged the need for economic development, but cautioned that it must not come at the expense of environmental sustainability. Dr. Mulwanda praised the reported rise in solar energy investments, noting that it reflects a positive shift towards diversified and sustainable energy sources. He added that such developments could help reduce Zambia's dependency on a single power producer, thereby enhancing energy security. He further urged businesses to adopt eco-friendly practices, comply with environmental regulations, and invest in sustainable technologies to ensure long-term economic and ecological benefits.
We stress the need to balance economic growth with environmental protection, ensuring that these initiatives that are coming in the energy sector not only boost the economy, but also preserve Zambia's natural resources for future generations. So as CCARE, we encourage these businesses to prioritize eco-friendly practices, adhering to environmental regulations, and invest in sustainable technologies to maximize benefits for both the economy and the environment.
Chief Chizela of Mufumbwe district has strongly opposed the illegal mining activities taking place at the Kikonge gold site within his chiefdom. He has vowed not to tolerate individuals forcing their way into the area to conduct unauthorized mining operations. Speaking through his spokesperson, Samuela Kayombo, the chief expressed concern over the situation, stating that the chiefdom is deeply troubled by the ongoing developments at the site. Mr. Kayombo emphasized that Chief Chizela does not support or condone illegal gold mining in any form. He further revealed that some individuals involved in the gold rush were found in possession of pistols and mining equipment, raising serious security concerns. The chief has since commended President Hakainde Hichilema for publicly expressing dissatisfaction with the situation at Kikonge.
Now, people who are forcing themselves to do illegalities at Mufumbwe gold mine, we don't encourage that. And in fact, we are even urging our people to stop such type of behavior. Because what we have been seeing there is that people who came for gold rush came with pistols, came with rifles. For what? Came with pangas. For what? Because if you are rushing for something, why should you go with arms?
Kamvisa Member of Parliament Christopher Kangombe has called on government to expedite the National Geological Mapping Program, warning that continuous delays are hampering the country's ability to manage its mineral resources effectively. Reacting to the recent gold rush in Mufumbwe district, which reportedly resulted in 3 fatalities, Mr. Kangombe described the situation as unacceptable. He criticized the government's reactive approach, attributing the crisis to the delayed outcomes of the mapping initiative. The MP argued that if the Ministry of Mines had proactively identified gold deposits, the tragic incident could have been avoided. He urged the government to not only take responsibility for funeral arrangements, but also to implement structured mechanisms that ensure both local communities and the nation benefit from mineral discoveries.
Geological mapping muchibe mbaktina alanda okutila ukuyishiwa kwaba ama minerals ukuyishiwa kwaba omukuba to know where the minerals are. The whole idea is for us to know, for instance, what happened in Mufumbwe that could have been avoided. By now we should have known that Mufumbwe is rich in minerals. There are other mining companies operating in Mufumbwe apart from that area. So how do we let the locals discover the minerals without actually having a system in place that registers them? We put them in groups, then we give them a license, and then we come up with what may be called a gold aggregator, a government entity that will then be able to say, whatever you produce, you sell it to us at this price. And then that gold is then given to Bank of Zambia.
The National Pension Scheme Authority, ABSA, has issued a warning to employers who fail to register their workers, stating that such actions are illegal and subject to prosecution. In an exclusive interview with Konkola Radio News, ABSA Head of Corporate Affairs, Kefas Sinyangwe, emphasized that social security is a fundamental human right. He urged both employers and employees to comply with the law, regardless of whether employment contracts are verbal or written. Mr. Sinyangwe reiterated that all employers are legally obligated to remit contributions to ABSA. He encouraged workers to report cases of non-compliance and assured the public that the authority is committed to ensuring no one is left behind in securing their financial future.
It's a human right. It's a basic human right. It's recognized under the UN Declaration of Human Rights, Article 22, if I'm not mistaken. Now, the fact that it's a human right means it's a very, very important thing to every living person. And that's why as government came up with this law that allows for every individual to contribute to social security. Now, there are two aspects here. There are those who are employed and those who are self-employed. So those who are self-employed, they have under ABSA, they have their own products, okay, or sub-scheme to which they can contribute. They have marketeers, traders, small-scale farmers, and anyone who is doing any sort of work and earning a living, they can.
This is Sun FM Radio and TV News. We now take a break. After the break, sports news.
Imagine having the financial freedom to live life on your terms. With the ABSA Ultimate Plus account, you can manage your finances, save for the future, and access personal loans. Plus, enjoy travel insurance, a credit card, and retrenchment cover when the unexpected happens. If that's not value, I don't know what is. Let's help you write the next chapter of your ultimate story. Call 5950 to open an Ultimate Plus account today.
Your story matters. ABSA.
Come back. In sports, Copper Queens head coach Nora Haptu has confirmed that her squad has recovered from their 2-2 draw against host Morocco and is now fully focused on tactical preparations ahead of Wednesday's Group A clash with Senegal at the Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. Reflecting on the opening match, Haptu commended her team's overall performance and execution, noting that statistical analysis and video reviews indicated Zambia had done enough to secure a win. Zambia faces a different test against the Senegal side that won their opening match 4-0 over DR Congo. The Swiss tactician acknowledged the challenge Senegal presents, but remains confident in the team's tactical flexibility. She underlined her belief in Zambia's counter-attacking strength, calling it one of the best in the tournament. On the injury front, the coach provided a cautiously optimistic update on goalkeeper Catherine Musonda and winger Kumara Mapepa, who both missed the opening match at the Olympic Stadium on Saturday. With extensive experience facing Senegal before, she shared the West African side's growth and strength. Looking ahead to the match, the coach reaffirmed her belief in performance-focused coaching. Drawing from her previous encounters with Senegal, Haptu described the team as physically strong and tactically disciplined. She noted that several of their players are based in the French league, including Olympique Marseille, which has contributed to their technical development. She also pointed out the presence of promising young talent within the Senegalese squad. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema has commissioned Chief Monzes Palace, built at a cost of 4.1 million kwacha, reinforcing his administration's dedication to inclusive development being equally prioritized. The Ministry of Health, through its mobilized rapid response team, is conducting tests in response to a bacterial infection outbreak affecting pupils in Mwense district in order to guide a targeted treatment plan and assess the need for a potential vaccination campaign. International exhibitors participating in the 59th Zambia International Trade Fair have expressed concern over the presence of unregulated vendors operating directly outside their designated stands. Finally, in sports, Copper Queen's head coach Nora Haptu has confirmed that her squad has recovered well from their 2-2 draw against host Morocco and is focused on tactical preparations ahead of Wednesday's clash with Senegal at the Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON. And that's the end of the news. On behalf of the entire Sun FM news crew, my name is Skylar Brista. Stay tuned.
Na ABSA. Play your cards right, Muntu Andy, and you could win big. Simply tap or swipe any of your ABSA cards 5 times in a month, and you could be one of 10 lucky winners to take home a cheap 10-pin in monthly prizes or walk away with a grand prize of 250,000 kwacha. Chaliroku, and you cannot afford to not get lucky. Use your ABSA card to enter the draw. Terms and conditions apply. Your story matters. ABSA.
Comprehensive coverage of local and national news, business, politics, and sports. The Sun FM News was brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters. Sun Sports TV is now available countrywide. Channel 94 on Topstar decoders.
That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
Jump on the basic or classic bouquet on Topstar. Sun Sports TV, the home of all sports. Channel 94 on Topstar decoders. Available countrywide.
From the 2nd to the 8th of July 2025, the Trade Fair will bring together businesses from all sectors of the economy under the theme Enhancing Business Resilience through Innovation and Trade. This is your chance to connect with potential customers, partners and suppliers through B2B, B2C and B2G networking opportunities. Don't miss out on our business seminars and workshops. As an organization, you can be part of this exciting event by sponsoring the Trade Fair. For more information, call 0953 563 812 or 0950 676 183 or email marketing@zitf.org.zm. Don't miss out on this opportunity to grow your business and connect with the world. Mark your calendars for the 59th Zambia International Trade Fair, Enhancing Business Resilience through Innovation and Trade. See you there.
The meaning of life is not to simply exist, but to move ahead. To rise up and achieve. To conquer. Introducing Kung Fu Energy Drink, your push for the next conquests. Kung Fu Energy Drink. Master the power.
George is cooking up the perfect multi-bet, ready to serve to all his friends and followers. He's using Betway's sports betting feature, where you can make money just by sharing your codes.